11.1.5 hits today, boys. It's going to be a long maintenance day, but we got some interesting stuff to get into. A visualization that shows how many people have worked on this game, some more little Noblegarden updates, and a few other things to get into. So let's just dive straight in. Yeah, your servers are going to be down all day today until 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's an 8-hour maintenance, so buckle up for that. Get work done, because you're not going to get any work done after this goes live. Spring has sprung. That's right, the Noblegarden event is now live. We talked about this yesterday. If you don't remember, this is the Easter event of World of Warcraft. We talked a little bit about it. Some different transmogs available. But most interesting, other than this cool mount that a lot of people are going to be going for by trying to kill the big Duck Boy boss, is, of course, the Duck Disguiser toy. That's right, the toy that'll take you the longest to get in World of Warcraft history. By long, I mean extra long. 6 years, in fact. It's going to take you 6 years to get this toy, and no, this has not changed. This remains the same. This was something that people realized back when Noblegarden went live last year, that these 6 different disguisey boys, or you could transfer yourself into a duck, these 6 different colorways, you can only get 1 per year of this event. So going through it and getting it done is going to be important if you want to, in fact, get this within the next 6 years. Also, Blizzard already confirmed that this is, in fact, the case, and this will not be a warband-bound thing. So you cannot get in here with your other warband or your other warband characters and get this thing done more quickly. This is, in fact, time-gated, guys. It's a 6-year time gate. There's no other way around it. There's no other way to do this more quickly. So the first person to get this is probably going to have a news article written about him in a couple of years. If the game's still live in 6 years, we'll see. Imagine the game dies in 5 years and you can never get your full-on duck disguisers. What a sad moment that would be. Oceanic players sleeping during maintenance. What a nice thing that is. Hall of Fame Liberation of Undermine now requires 3 bosses to kill. And why? Because WoW players are degenerates. That's right. Some guilds got caught buying lockouts for Gallywix, evidently. So that is no longer how you can get into the Hall of Fame. Now you have to kill the last 3 bosses. That includes One-Armed Bandit, Muggsy, and Chrome King Gallywix on Mythic difficulties to enter into the Hall of Fame. Again, the Hall of Fame is first 200 guilds to kill Mythic Gallywix. So I guess now it's the last 3 bosses. So paying to win doesn't pay at the end of the day. You know, buying lockouts, I mean, my God, guys, just fucking get there yourselves and save the damn lockout. All my outs have the different colors. Every raid with Sam is Mythic difficulty. Very true, because it's, you know, you feel like a Mythic player when you actually raid with me. That's definitely true. Hey, Sam, good morning. Yeah, see you later. See you, Justin. It'll be 6 years as he doesn't play alts. It will be 6 years for everybody, even if they do play alts, Camp Shady. Okay, this is pretty wild here. A stunning visualization of World of Warcraft. That's right. The devs that made this game and all the work that has gone into it visualized in a stunning visual here. So we're going to look at this real quick. The first World of Warcraft that was created back when Blizzard first was getting its underroots started. Warcraft 1, Orcs and Humans. Every dot represents a person, and then these crossover dots here actually represent people who worked on both games. So the other game here is Warcraft 3, Reign of Chaos. So you can see a lot more people went into this game than this one, with a little bit of crossover here from Warcraft 1. Interesting visual here. Now it gets a little bit more interesting when we look at vanilla WoW. That's right. If we look at Warcraft, Orcs versus Humans, again, small little team here, and then a little bit of crossover, and then we see how much went into WoW vanilla. Now, this is actually interesting, because I feel like today, to make a fucking mobile game, you got more devs going into a game than this. If you count these dots, I don't know how many it would actually be, but if I just, like, visually guessed, 100? Maybe more, I don't know. If I count right here, okay, maybe 500, I don't know. But, definitely a smaller team than I would have expected when looking at just how much went into Warcraft 1 here. But getting even more wild, let's check this thing out. So we got Warcraft 1 versus WoW Dragonflight. Holy crap. This is insane. Look at the small amount, like literally these guys probably made some of the UI now. Like, that's how much of this team would have been in this team. This is crazy. You only got 2 little crossovers here. I guess this guy, Glenn Stafford's one of them. Contributed to both WoW, Orcs and Humans, and WoW Dragonflight. His role is music, audio, and sound. Okay, that's pretty crazy. But the visualization here is just wild. To comprehend how many people going to make a modern-day game, that is crazy. And then it gets even crazier We look at Warcraft 3 Reign of Chaos to WoW Vanilla. Okay, yeah, bunch of crossover here, obviously. Not a big difference. A little bit more when it came into WoW Vanilla. And then we look at Warcraft 3, now next to WoW Dragonflight. A little bit more crossover here, but still, the sheer size difference between the teams is absolutely crazy and stunning. Warcraft 3 and Warcraft Throws and Throne, basically the same size teams. A lot of the same players, a lot of the same devs here working on both games. And now we start to see the ultimate visualization. That's right. Shadowlands versus Dragonflight. So we see Shadowlands devs over here, Dragonflight devs over here, and I should say Dragonflight here, Shadowlands here, and then in the center, the crossovers. So we see a lot of the same people working on the two games simultaneously here. This again, just the sheer size of the teams as compared back to the WoW Vanilla days or even the Warcraft 1 days. That is wild. Yeah, it takes a few people, just a few. Yeah,